Welcome back to another morning edition of Dogging It. I'm Molina Mike, and I got a pretty special show in store for you guys this morning. World Cup of Pool is in full swing, and there's a few teams that are through to the round of eight. Some of my favorite teams are still playing, including Team China, who's battling it out with Singapore right now. It was I think 4-4 or 5-5 last I checked. So check out the zone if you're able to sweat it. But I got two guys on here who are having a lot of success as of lately, and I'm real excited to bring them on. Conrad Uzishin, did I say that right? And uh,
Just
and
yeah, it's close.
and I always say Victor. Well, I always say Victor, but it's Victor, right? Is that the proper
Yeah, Victor.
pronunciation?
Yeah, that's right. You're
It
right.
took you two. It took you 2 years. You could have told me that the first 10 times that I talked about you on camera, buddy, to finally tell me. No,
I
I
already
I
used to it.
There's you. Maybe I wasn't paying too close attention back then. My mind tends to wander from time to time. But congratulations, you guys, on a great run so far. You're through to the final eight. How would you describe the event so far for you, just in regards to the World Cup?
uh, yeah, the game is not perfect for now. We should play better, but we're going to the win, and we just won 2 matches, so it's good. For now, it's good, but the game could be better.
Yeah, I just need to find my confidence back because not feeling very comfortable at the table right at the moment. So today I will try to find the practice table, the confidence, and hopefully tomorrow our game will look much more better than yesterday and 2 days ago.
What would you credit maybe those issues when it comes to your confidence, Victor? Is it more like the conditions are tough to adjust to? Because I've heard it's quite hot and the humidity is a little high. Or what would you chalk it up to?
Not much more. Right now it's quite good. I mean, the temperature is not as high as a couple of days ago, so the conditions are much more better. But I'm struggling like with what happened in last week. So I got a lot of like crazy games, which like took my confidence right away from my game. And need to like overcome right now this. Try my best. Like it's not easy. Like sometimes you got like weaker periods, and I think I'm right now in that one. So hopefully I will manage like to find my game again right now.
It,
He have to practice more. He's playing all the time, all the day, World of Tanks and sleeping to 1 p.m.
it's very it's very human of you to admit that, because a lot of time amateur players will, kind of get down or discouraged because pool does come in waves. You're right. You got highs and you got lows, and it's interesting seeing, top level players like yourselves, say that you guys go through the same thing that we can encounter.
Yeah, sometimes you got the time when wherever you do, it's always like bad for you. Like no matter what you are doing, if you played your best game or not, like you just can't win because it's pool. You need sometimes a luck to be able to win the match, and of course, if your opponents also play like without any mistake, like that's really tough. And that's what happened to me a couple of times in recent week. But like that's what happens sometimes, and you just wait for your turn and be ready.
Yeah, sometimes you don't have nothing to do, and the another time you can make 10 mistakes and still win. So everything is possible in pool.
I'm not saying that I'm playing like every match like without any mistakes, but like like recent months, like I was up like for example in the final Scottish Open 8-2 with Jason. I lost like
The
in
drawback.
Bucharest. Like
What was it? The draw on the side, right, or something like that?
oh
Yeah.
yeah, I was 8-2. I played like without any mistakes, and then like I got dry break at 8-2 until 8-7. I couldn't do nothing, and then the pressure came on, and I just cracked under the pressure, and especially in the hill. Also, like a couple of days ago in Bucharest Open, like 2 weeks ago, like I was up 7-2 with Koping Chang, and crazy things went later on, and like stuff to play with your confidence, like after like matches like this. But now what happens, I will
Well,
deal with it in.
since you bring up the Bucharest Open, Conrad, what were you thinking as you're sitting there at Hill when Koping Chung's at the table and running out? What was going through your mind? Are you just thinking it's over, or what was up there?
Yeah, for me it was over for sure But after he made a mistake on the position on the sixth ball, I think so, I started thinking maybe something to do good for me. But he still played good. The sixth ball, he played draw on the 7, but the draw was too short. And the 8 ball wasn't. On the practice, it was 10 or 10, 10 on 10. But during Hill, it's never 10 on 10.
But see, that's just part of pool, man. I mean, even the great players. I mean, Kopin Chun's a world 10 ball champion. You know, he's very well decorated, coming off a win at the Maldives Open in a 10 ball event as well. So, like, you know, it's nerves just is going to be a part of it. It's as far as how you process it. You guys are amazing players, both of you. And I'm curious, Conrad, how have you been as far as mentoring maybe Victor being in this doubles format? Because Victor, correct me if I'm wrong, but is this your first World Cup of pool or your second?
Second, I played like 5 years ago back in China with Mateusz Śniegoцki.
5 years ago? How old were you? Like 12?
16 or 17? 17 probably. I think it was 2018. We lost to Austria in the second round here. We could win it, but we made mistakes in the end.
Yeah, my also is second time, and also I was playing with Mateusz. So Mateusz is for us like a father in World Cup of pool. But I was playing year after you, 4 years ago, something like that. And we also lost in the second round.
Maybe in Poland it's always a different player. Like, you know, we have so many great players.
I was going to say that. Yeah, I mean, it's got to be pretty great to have so many amazing players. I mean, people talk about Asia and China and Taiwan and the Philippines, but the Polish are very well renowned for just being so deep with talent. Is that something that when it comes to making this team, you guys feel like even more proud just knowing how tough it is to make it on this roster?
Yeah, I mean, we are honored that we can represent Poland. It's not easy to be in, like, you know,
top two
for this one, and even like it's even tougher to play in the World Cup of pool because it's a really tough tournament. Now, if you lose, you go home. It's race to 7.
Race to 7. Everything is possible.
Yeah,
winner break.
Dealing with pressure on the TV table, it's not easy. So, yeah, but we are over the moon that we can play here. We are, like, you know, we are already in the quarterfinal, so it's very good time for us already. Hopefully, it will be even better tomorrow.
Yeah, I mean, listen, you guys are playing well, but it didn't hurt the fact that, you know, your opponents left a lot on the table, especially in that last match. You know, Besser was missing a lot of balls that, you know, in years past, I didn't see him miss. You know, does that more opportunity kind of make you, are you appreciative that, you know, I can get more rhythm and more table time? Or is it kind of like we need to fix these mistakes so we don't give them these opportunities because it's going to get tougher going forward?
Well, you know, the beginning yesterday, they were quite lucky, like wherever they played, like in the beginning, I mean, because in the end they missed like 8 ball or 9 ball, so we got easy shots. But in the beginning, like we played some safety, great safeties, but we didn't get the shots to stuff. And then, like, you know, through the match, like we didn't have the table time. We were just sitting like on the chair like for 30 minutes, so it was like tough to find our rhythm on the table. Yeah. It's also like tough when you're like freezed on the chair, and then you have to, like, you know, come back on the table. Like, you know, every ball is also tough for you because, like, it seems simple, but when you're like out of the table, like you're sitting on a chair, like after 30 minutes, like every ball is tough.
Yeah, the score was 3-3, but we made total maybe 10 balls, so that was strange for us.
That's very unique. Usually it doesn't happen. You probably should have been down like 5-0 from what it sounds like if you only got 10 balls through the first 6 racks, man. But that's just part of sport, right? I mean, it's gonna come in ebbs and flows and ups and downs. You guys handled your business at the end and did your job. You know, Conrad, what is it that you're looking for in this next round to kind of button up or tighten up when it comes to y'all's game? Is it your break? Is it running out? What are you guys focusing on when it comes to the quality of your practice today?
Maybe the Victor has the bigger problem with the confidence.
because like wherever, like, long shot it is, like, I'm not feeling like confident, so I will practice like long shots, because in safety game I'm feeling quite all right at table, but when it comes to the long pots, it's quite not good.
I just want one thing. I want the position on the first ball after the break. So that's it.
That's it, yeah. Well, your chances go up, quite extreme at that point. And I've noticed that, especially when I saw, you Conrad back at the Derby, you look super comfortable, and it seems like your game's just been going here. Victor, the same for you. But one thing I've noticed, and maybe you can kind of address it, and you've kind of addressed it here, it's the confidence. But how can you maybe avoid the body language? Because that was something me and Mike had talked about before, where I've seen your matches, and even if it's close and maybe you're down, you kind of you wear it on your face. Does that make sense?
You mean that we have to get the
Like,
poker face?
yeah, exactly,
I
yeah.
mean, like, I was always like emotional player, like whatever is happening on the table, like you can see from my body language, like what I'm feeling, like inside. It's all me. Like I think it's tough to change it for me, but it's not like I'm feeling the pressure. It's like what I like, saying by my like body language, like what I'm feeling. It's not like every time. It's not the pressure. It's like
You have expectations for yourself. Is that fair? Like, you expect to
yeah,
be to
yeah. Just
get out.
I know it's tough to change it. Like I'm not like, for example, like Ralph, like every time poker face, no matter what happens.
Yeah.
I'm not
Yeah.
that kind of player.
Yeah, me too. I prefer to smiling, to have fun with my game, because for me it's the most important, not motivation, not determination. To have fun, not like, for example, Eklund. He's poker face all the time, like Victor said the Ralph. For me, the most important thing is to have fun.
Well, I love that balance between being true to who you are and showing some emotion. I feel like pool, especially of all sports, needs more emotion, because a lot of guys can be very stoic, and it can be kind of boring to watch, to be honest, when you're just sitting there in your chair. I don't know if we lost it. Did you guys freeze up, or can you still hear me? Boys? No, we might have lost Team Poland. Let me see if we can get them out of here for just a second, and let me message them and see if we can. Oh, there we go. Have them refresh. This is part of why I love doing what we do, and that's having great players on and really get some insight to where they're at mentally. It takes a lot of honesty and awareness and having perspective to be able to say. It says Conrad lost his connection. Let me see if we can have him refresh. Just stand by here for just a second, you guys. Refresh the link if you can. It takes a lot of awareness to be able to you know know that about yourself, to be able to adjust, if that makes sense. So the fact that Victor realizes it, and he's consciously aware of it, just shows the attention to detail that he has in his game. Hopefully we'll get him back here in just a minute. If not, then we'll sign off. But I really wanted to have these guys on because I feel like they're always a team that's in contention. And let's see, here we go. They might be coming back on. All right, boys, can you hear me?
Yep.
Sorry.
I thought it was just a bad question I asked, and you guys said I'm getting the hell out of here. I forgot where we left off, but listen, I appreciate your honesty when it comes to talking about maybe the mental side of the game, because it's super important. The more personality that there is in pool is only going to be better, right? I mean, as much of a champion as Ralph is, that shit can be boring to watch sometimes when the guy's just sitting there. I want to see passion and competitiveness and
Mhm.
enthusiasm and some fight. You know what I mean? And show that you want it. Does that make sense?
Yeah, for sure. I was that close to finish my career last year, because I
Really?
lost my passion. I lost fun with my game. But after the European Open, something changed, and now I'm again happy with game, with what I do.
That's pretty amazing. I had no idea about that, man.
Yeah.
What's plan B for you if, let's say, you decide to not play pool? What are the options for you?
Open the club.
Yeah.
Yeah, in Poland.
how is the pool community like in general out there? A lot of players.
Yeah, really,
Yeah,
like a lot of players, like
lot not like you in the US, but still a lot.
in every part of the Poland there are like a bunch of the players who really loves the pool, who really love the pool and want to play in some pool, but there are not a lot of places, a lot of great clubs, and cannot trying with Mieszko if it's not like
Yep.
secretly they are trying to open the new billiard club in Poland.
I mean, I think that's a great idea. No matter what, you see a lot of top players who are doing that these days, and it's great to just be more comfortable, financially, and have another revenue of income is great as well. What's the pool community been like since having the World Championship out there? Has it changed at all?
Uh,
I
maybe
don't know.
maybe as boy like we don't know like for sure he got so many messages but it's not like maybe that something changed that the pool fans increased like in Poland but
Right.
like we always had so many fans like who are cheering up us so it's really nice feeling that we always have a lot of supporters out there in Poland.
Does that make you maybe feel more pressure playing an event like this?
Not really. I think the cameras making like
Yeah.
Yeah.
thinking about like our fans. I mean,
Is it
it's
tough
not.
to adjust to because they're going up and down, and I don't know if you can see if they're zooming in or they getting down like on your shot at all? Like, is that part of it that takes some, figuring out as well?
No. I mean, like, with some different stage than others. Like, what I'm telling you is like, it's TV tables. Like one table setup is also different thing. You're thinking that you're playing in something really, really big, and like it's also like tough to handle the pressure and playing in such a big event. Now it's one of the biggest events of the year. I also got maybe I'm not feeling that much pressure as on World Masters anymore, but for me World Masters was something different. I've never played something like this before. I can't imagine, for example, I hope I'll be part like in a couple of years and Moscow Cup team and play also
Well,
like
Yeah.
totally
it
different world even than this.
I think this is the biggest pressure there.
it was tough, Victor. I was watching that matchup with you, and there was some balls that you left up that I was real surprised you left up. Was that just the conditions that were getting to you, or just maybe the moment being a little too much at that time?
Sorry, I didn't hear the question. You mean the word for Masters?
Yeah. The Masters.
I mean, like, I couldn't recognize myself, to be honest. Like, I was like different person at this moment. Like, I couldn't handle the pressure, everything. I was like, you know, I couldn't see the balls. Actually, I don't know what happened to me at that time.
You're human, man.
Can't explain it even. Like, it was something different. I've never like experienced it before. But it's great lesson for me. Like, lesson learned. Like, just taking the positives out there.
Absolutely.
Hopefully, I will be better. I will be prepared better for next one.
Conrad, how do you feel y'all's chemistry is right now? On a scale of 1 to 10, the chemistry between you two on the table.
On the table,
Yeah.
so always can be better. So I tell you 9.5.
I like it. Yeah, I like it. Have some confidence, but be realistic about it too. You guys. It looks like I'm gonna bring up the bracket here. You guys are facing the winner of Team Germany and Team Canada. What experience, if any, have you had? I mean, obviously, Alex has been around for a long time, same as John. You guys are very very familiar with Filler. What experience, if any, do you have with Moritz, and have you been watching their matches at all to kind of see where their game is at?
I mean, not really. I mean, if we're gonna play our best, hopefully they will have to worry about.
Doesn't matter with who.
There you
their,
go. There you go. They gotta worry about you. You ain't gotta worry about them, right?
Yeah, exactly.
There it is. That's a champion response right there, Victor. Now I'm even more confident in you guys than ever. But
Just
that's
need to
great though,
find
man.
our best game, and they will have a problem.
We got a
Hopefully.
question in the chat. Wayne Hall says, which do you find harder, the cameras or the slick felt?
Mm, tough question. I mean,
I don't.
I think
I don't have a problem.
No.
tough
No, I
question.
don't have.
At this point, you're used to the conditions, and I'd imagine because you've been playing the matchroom events for many years.
I mean, like, I think, like, like with the time, it will be easier and easier to play on this type of condition. Uh, I think I still need to get used to it a bit, but with each next year, it will be better. Something like you just need to experience it and like learn how to deal with it, and it's gonna be better in the future. That's what
I
I
like
think.
it, man. You guys are through to the final weight. One of the first teams, I think, if not the first team to make it through. What was the goal heading into the tournament? I mean, obviously you want to win, but is it just kind of like, let me get to the round, like let me get to the semifinals and get a race to 9 and go from there? Or what were you hoping to kind of achieve as far as a milestone in this event starting off?
The plan minimum was the quarterfinal, so where you are now, and race to 9, like you said, because the race to 7, everything is
Tough.
possible. Yeah, it's tough. Really, it's tough.
Yeah.
Maybe it's just 2 racks more, but it's a lot, and
Yeah.
we would to like to go to quarterfinal, and now we are on the 0 and start like the new event.
Yeah, it's different game because as you maybe like saw yesterday, like we're up to 0. We missed the combination shot, and then Kachi fluked the 6 ball. They run out to break and run. So
Yeah.
like they fluked 1 ball and won 3 racks, and like it's already half of the match.
Half away, yeah.
Yeah, that's what's rough. I mean, like extremely rough. Let me ask you guys, because this is the first event where the World Cup is tied to another major event. Do y'all prefer that, or would you rather like how it was before, where the World Cup was separate and you're just kind of traveling for a race to 7, basically?
To be honest, for us, it's a third event because the Bucharest Open was
Oh,
before.
yeah, that's right. Yeah. I forgot all about that. Yeah.
Yeah, but doesn't matter which one is the first. I think for me, for you.
No. I mean, like it's good that it's like in the same place and same time almost 2 big events, because like you don't need to travel like anymore, like to, for example, Asia, States, or wherever, like different time zones or wherever. We are already like I think all the teams are already adjusted, for example, Asian players or United States players to the time zone, and it's easier to play for everyone. Like, and also like we are already settled down here a bit. We spent here more than 1 week, so I think it's great idea to do event by event, like in the same place.
Yeah, me too, because it's tough to go to for us to go to Asia or to US and play 1 match to race to 7 and lost.
Yeah, no, that's rough, man. Yeah, especially just the traveling alone through different time zones, not having time to get acclimated. Just a bit of an update for you guys watching. It's 6-6 Hill for Singapore and China. This is the first time having the Chinese players back. Do y'all have any experience playing Wu at all in your career?
Yeah, I didn't play Wu, but I remember my 1 match against Danji China Open like 5 years ago. I remember that's really well. He was playing flawless. He beat me like 11-5. I didn't do much wrong, but he ran out almost like all the racks. And right now he came back here like after like 4 years or something like that.
Unreal.
Here for first event, like first big full event in 4 years. It's amazing for me.
Yeah, he has good style to watching. Yeah, he's a fast player. Really good to watch. The same Mark Bicebosch. So the final was crazy.
Unbelievable. I didn't think it was going to be that great of a final. I thought, to be honest, I thought Dang was going to run away with it the way that he was breaking the balls, because he was breaking the balls unbelievable, I thought, since the beginning of that event. But you're right. Both of them made for a lot of a lot of sweaty palms, a lot of nerves, and that was just from me watching from the house. What are you guys hoping to accomplish from here? You guys, we talked about who you're facing forward. Is it just kind of we're going to take one game at a time and then just see what happens, or are you guys looking to get to that championship game?
I mean, like, just focus on every ball. Like, every ball is really important here. It's winner's break. I mean, it's race to 9 already, but still, like, one mistake can cost you like 3 or 4 racks. So you just need to play your game, focus on every shot, and see what happens. Just don't think about the future. Think about what is now and play your best game right now.
What do you say, Conrad?
Yeah, the same. I'm focused on the first match, on the quarterfinal, on the every ball and every rack, every safety. So yeah, this is my target.
Of course, I think like everyone knows, even we know that we can lift this trophy, but it's not gonna be easy. It's still a long way to go. We just won 2 matches, still 3 to go, but no, we can make it. But we need to find our best game because it's gonna be.
We didn't fight for now.
We haven't produced our best yet, so hopefully.
Is it coming? Is your best game coming in the next few rounds or in this upcoming round?
Hope so.
Like to win this one, we need to find this one like our best game because each round, like every next round is much more tougher than before. Like even much more pressure and next round with each next round. So we'll see.
In the first match, we made 4 mistakes. In the second, I think also 4, maybe 5. It's race to 7 is too much for sure. It's too much.
Right. Yeah, but all you can do is just take care of what you can take care of. I agree. In a race to 7, but now you got a race to 9. It's a little bit more of a cushion. Just a heads up. China broke dry. Yap made the 1 ball, and Sharik just missed the 2 ball and left it up for China. So we'll see if they make it through. What have you guys been able to do outside of the pool room? Have you been able to enjoy the sights of Spain? Maybe eat some good restaurants, some good food. What have you been able to enjoy out there?
You know the chupito in not chupito, the chipotle. The
Chipotle, yeah.
It's something like that here, and we love it. So
Yeah.
every day eating the same the same food and.
Well, not really much to do, to be honest.
In Lugo, yeah.
There was some kind of festival a couple of days ago during the weekend, and that was all we could do, to be honest, because there is not much to see here in Lugo. But we are enjoying our swimming pool at the hotel sauna.
And Victor has words of thanks. So.
Well, listen, I'll let you guys get back to practice and hitting some balls. I appreciate both of you guys for making time for me. I wish you all the best, and I'll be rooting for you, man. I'm a big fan of both of yours on and off the table. So good luck, and come back on once you win the whole thing. All right?
We hope so. Thank you.
All right, boys.